Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Tanks Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Tier 7 British heavy tank, the Black Prince. Now, this vehicle carries an extremely strong gun going for it. A British 17-pounder with over 3,081 base damage per minute, which is ludicrous when you think about it. It's able to rip apart pretty much any Tier 6s, any Tier 7s, and even more damage per minute than any singular Tier 8 heavy in the game, which is crazy. This tank is such a strong menace. Not only that, it's got very good frontal armor for a Tier 7 tank. It's actually able to bounce even sometimes Tier 8 if you angle it correctly, although I don't 100% rely on the armor. It's more of like a 50-50 if you're going to get bounces, but nonetheless, it gets bounces. And it's got the speed boost now. The biggest drawback of this tank is the top speed. I wouldn't say mobility because it actually turns decently quick, but the top speed only going 20 kilometers per hour, yeah, that's a little bit of a hard pass. So, once they added the speed boost consumable, where it's able to go 28 for at least 15 seconds at a time, is pretty good, because as you can see here, I'm easily getting right up to 28. One thing I always love about British tanks is that, while they may be very slow, you know, a vehicle like the Tortoise, the AT-15A, the Churchill, they're slow, but they are able to stay at top speed always. And you'll notice that with a vehicle like this, is as soon as I do get knocked down on my speed, I'm still able to go at least 20. I'm never going to slow down, which is great. That means that you're able to keep moving, where a vehicle like the T-28 prototype or the T-95, yeah, they slow down massively climbing hills. This tank, it doesn't really do that, which is something I appreciate. You know, mobility, it can be a pain, but this tank actually has decent mobility going for it. You can see the traverse speed isn't too bad. So, yeah, that's something I actually don't mind, is the mobility on the tank. There's a nice snap into the SP-1C, and we're going to see what else we can do to the enemy opponents as we're making our way up on to the battlefield. Now, the DPM is what makes this tank so strong. You can see that Leo literally lost 300 hit points in such a short amount of time. Like, it's actually crazy how quick this thing gets out damage, but it gets it out quite quickly as well. So we're going to see if we can get shells into the AT-15. There we go. Let's even put on our adrenaline here. He's got a load premium to pen me. And we're just going to try and cut right through his frontal armor. This thing actually is very, very nice premium pen, as you can see. I thought we could actually pen that, but it doesn't look... Well, I guess we can. Okay, I see how it is, Wargaming. We're just going to try... I don't understand this. Okay, so I guess we can't pen it? Huh. We can try and pen that, I guess. Let's try. Nope, that went a little low. We can try this part. Let's aim at this. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's try one more time, and yeet! There we go, finishing off the AT-15A. Pretty good stuff so far. We got the SP-1C off to my side, and there is the Tiger and the ARL. Alright, I see how it is. That ARL doming me twice. Okay, I've learned that Wargaming does not like me. That's what I've learned today. Let's try and get some shells into you. This ARL, the fact that he managed to dome me twice is actually crazy when you think about it. But we're getting nice shells out into this Tiger. This is where the DPM is actually insane. You can see that we're penetrating this Tiger over and over and over, and there's really nothing he can do about it. Even though he's carrying the stock Tiger gun, which, you know, has decent pen, it's nothing to counter my gun. We're able to penetrate. That was actually a weird pen, to be fair. That one should not have penned, and we are stop side out, which is not great either, because that was able to get me shot from the ARL. We were tracked, but we're still doing decent. Let's just see if we can get some shells into the Eagle 7 to stop him from trying to shoot me again. Yeah, there's one nice shell into you, buddy. And let's see if we can get any more. No, we are not going to be able to. We got the ARL still poking the other side of us. So, ooh, I don't like this too much. This ARL might actually finish us off, but to be fair, we've done a pretty solid job this game. I took shots for the team, and we were able to do 2,800 damage. I didn't really do great, to be honest, but I didn't think that, to be fair, the ARL was going to be able to shoot us 2 times in a row on the weak spot. And yeah, sometimes you just can't be aware of that. But I will say, my mistake for thinking I was invincible. This tank is not invincible. In fact, this side of the turret is very easy to penetrate. If you ever go up against this tank, just wait for it to turn its turret, and you can easily pen it if you are not able to pen it in the first place. It's one very easy thing to do. But I got very cocky there, pulled out in the open, and I got tracked out in the open, which lost me a lot of HP. But nonetheless, we did a pretty solid job for the first game. 2,800 is nothing bad to think of. And the reason I wanted to make my video specifically on this tank is because against Smashers and a vehicle like an Annihilator, this is the one tank I can say I can confidently go up against them in, other than, you know, overpowered Tier 7 premiums, that actually can fight them so easily. Not only does the Smasher have to load heat, physically have to load heat to pen you, it will demolish this thing will just demolish a Smasher. Because, of course, yeah, the Smasher's got, what? Good penetration. But one thing it doesn't have is damage per minute. This thing has got ridiculous DPM. If I'm running Adrenaline, I've got around 3,500 DPM, which means that if I'm penetrating a Smasher, which I will every time with Standard, he'll be dead in about 10, 15, not 10 seconds, but maybe 15, 20 seconds, where he'll get one shell into me. And that's it. You know, maybe two if he's lucky. He'll be dead. So this thing rips into them. And if you're face-hugging a Smasher, yeah, good luck penetrating this vehicle. The turret is extremely troll. You can penetrate the outer edges of it. That's actually the easier spot. But, to be fair, still very thick on the armor. Now, this AMX-12T, I'm not even worried about being able to pen me. That's what's so strong about it, is that frontal armor again. And let's see if we can get some shells into the KV2. Let's put on our Adrenaline. And yeah, this is where we're able to just rip this poor guy to pieces. Even loading Premium will cut right through his mantlet. As you can see, like, this poor KV2, what's he supposed to do against my vehicle? We brought what was a full health tier 6, literally down to 293 in what, maybe 10 seconds. And speaking of the Smasher, I guess he's not going to be doing too well anymore, because yeah, he's going to be dead. There's that great DPM just ripping him to pieces once again. We've also got the Dracula off to the side, but honestly, I'm not super worried. The enemy team's already fading very quickly. We've got one shell into that AMX. Let's see if we can get any more. There's two shells. Like, we're literally out-trading an auto-loading vehicle. That's insane when you think about it. That we're beating an autoloader on a DPM battle, which is, yeah, it's something that you don't expect to see every day. Now we got the Jackson, who again bounced me. There's that frontal armor working, and gee, we bounced him, but we got such a quick reload. We're able to out-reload him as it is. 3 shells to 1, actually almost 4 shells to 1 there. Just keep on pumping shells out. Don't even need to aim, to be honest. It's just such a ridiculous tank, as you can see. Every shell connects, and when they connect, they hit hard. So yeah, there's another nice tap into the Dracula, and it looks like he's just giving up because there's not much he's going to be able to do. Probably rammed or not, but let's use the speed boost and see if we can get some shells into the Lilo. Yes, that's the new name, I guess, of that tank, the Lilo. But we also got the M6 off to the side. We can aim in some shells on him. Never hurts, right? Let's get some. Ooh, that one did not go where I wanted it to. No, it did not. So let's go for the corner of the M6. Never hurts to try and hit the weak spots. So yeah, we're gonna beat him in this DPM trade here. There's a nice shot again and again. Like, it's so stupid how much DPM this vehicle has. And you can see in the second game just how easily we beat the enemy team. It wasn't even like a struggle. We just drove right through them. And it's such a strong tank. I actually rate it almost as overpowered if you run it correctly, because not only did we bounce, you can see all of the ricochets on that frontal armor, but not only did we bounce all these shells, but as well, we just literally drove right through their team with no problem whatsoever. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. As I would definitely suggest that if you have not ground anything on this line, at least try the Black Prince, because it's such a strong vehicle, and I absolutely love playing it. It just eats enemy armor like no problem, and no other tank you've ever seen. The only other vehicle that's similar to it is the FE301, which is another Tier 7 British Heavy that has got, again, 3,000 base damage per minute. But even then, the Black Prince is still a stronger tank because it's actually got armor on the hull, which the FE301 doesn't, because it's based off of the Centurion hull. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. And actually, this is the FE201, not the 301. But hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and to be seeing you in the next one.